Hello, 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 hello. I am nobody of any importance whatsoever, and I am here to talk to you about the comic books that I picked up this week. Alright, alright, I'll just go in reverse order of the ones I liked and just give them a quick review or whatever. It'll be fun. We'll give it a shot. Alright, first one up, Mara by Brian Wood and Ming Doyle. Yeah, just because it's my lowest ranked one, doesn't mean it wasn't good. Because, I mean, there were only like 8 comics that came out this week because of Christmas and all that jazz. So, basically, the plot so far of Mara is it's this world where athletics has become like super big. Like, it's like obviously athletics are big now, but like if you were to times that by 10 and it became like a global phenomenon rather than just like an American phenomenon, like everyone's anyways. And it follows this one athlete, as you can guess, named Mara, who's like the best and most famous athlete in the world, and she plays volleyball. Now, nothing against volleyball, but that already just seems super unlikely. Anyways, um, it's Brian Wood, so even in a subject where it's just a volleyball player in a future world, it's good, it's entertaining, um, even as such a simple concept. One interesting thing is this thing where they have little here. Let me see, picture. Okay, see this? Let's look at this. I'll focus in there. You read it? All right, so she's got like this little Bluetooth headphone thing on there, and as little clips come up, it's backwards. Anyways, it's they upload things like immediately, like they social network while they play the game, which is pretty realistic of the future. I mean, that seems like a legitimate next step for all our social media, blah 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 blah. But there's a big twist at the end. Like it seems like it's just a book about some kind of future world where athletes are kings thing. Not literal kings, but you know what I mean. But there's a twist at the end, which I didn't see coming, and it's pretty good. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. I won't say what the twist is now. I'm going to have a section at the end of the video in case, you just hate reading, and I'll just give you all the spoilers for the week, but there'll be a big sign and a warning to stop the video if you don't want things spoiled for you, but I'll tell you what the twist is then, okay. Oh, one other thing I just have to mention. Okay, look. That's a white girl, right? That's what color she is on the inside. I didn't even notice while I was reading. I forgot that she was white on the cover, and I was just like, oh, yeah, it's cool. But why would they make her? Why? Is it because they don't think that the people will buy it if they make her ethnic on the cover? That doesn't seem right. It's like, what, that phrase, whitewashing, kind of? I don't know. It just seems weird to me. It might just be a color thing, because I looked at some of the other... it might just be the way the cover was done, but still. It's kind of whatever. Moving on. Next. Amazing Spider-Man 700. I'm sure anyone who is watching this video for any reason whatsoever has probably heard about this one coming out this week. It's by Dan Slott, and a bunch of other people wrote little stories inside, but the main artist is Hubert Ramos. Humberto Ramos. Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos did this one. And without spoiling things, I mean, if you read the internet, you know what happened. But huge status quo change for Spider-Man here. This is the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man 50th anniversary. A lot of things line up here. It's interesting. I will definitely pick up Superior Spider-Man, which is not a spoiler to say that Superior Spider-Man does not feature Peter Parker as Spider-Man. I won't say who. I'll save it for the spoiler section in case you're like the one person who doesn't know who the new Spider-Man is. I like the art. I do like the art of this one. It's very fun and comic booky. The story is good. Going from 698, they kind of made it seem like there might have been another twist, but I pretty much saw this coming from that point. It'll be interesting to see how long they keep this up, and yeah, it was good. It was a good story, but there were a lot of good things that came out this week, so that's why it fell to whatever number place this is. Moving on. Oh yeah, also there's like a bunch of smaller stories in here, like that you would feature in an anniversary issue. A bunch of little tales in here that I haven't read yet, so I can't say anything about them. I'll get to them eventually, but moving on. Next, Deathmatch. Reading all over the interwebs, well, not all, before this came out, they kept calling it kind of like Secret Wars, the Marvel thing, but like where people actually kill each other and stuff. It's like taking the powers of your favorite DC and Marvel characters and actually pitting them against each other with generic characters and being able to like have battles actually to the death and seeing how that turns out, kind of thing. But when I actually read it, there's actually a lot more to it than that. There's a really interesting mystery going on. There's one character who is very clearly a Rorschach character. He even talks like him. It's kind of funny. But it is interesting. I think I definitely will pick up the second issue. Don't really have any spoilers in here to show you during the spoiler section, but it's good. It's a good read. Maybe I'll show you some pictures so you can see what it looks like. Pop up. Anyways, okay, so to go into a little more detail, all these people, all these heroes and villains have been transported to this place. They don't have any memory of getting there, or blah, blah, blah. They don't know why they're there. They don't know who's holding them. And they have these, what they call light guards, who can take out even, yeah, they look like that, who can handle even keeping Superman level powers at bay, so no one can escape. And they're forced into death matches with each other at random. And we're introduced to this character who just finished killing someone, a character who had never done that before, who had never killed anyone as a superhero. Because he was a good superhero. He never, killed anyone, as superheroes tend to not do. And as soon as he leaves the death match, people are like, "Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?" And he's like, "I can't remember. I went in, and then the next thing I remember is leaving over a dead body." So somehow they get him to kill each other, and then they wipe memories again. A lot of memory wiping going on in this book, but it's a good mystery. I like it. I will definitely pick it up for the second one. Deathmatch. Oh, by Paul Jenkins and Carlos Magno. Important. Know who it's by. Give them credit, because they do hard work stuff. Alright, next. Avenging Spider-Man 15.1 by Christopher Yost and someone with the last name Medina. Paco Medina. Alright. This is basically a follow-up to Spider-Man 700. And it follows this new person, who I can't say, as Spider-Man, and how they're adjusting to that life. The art is amazing. I actually really love the art in this. Like, here you go. Don't read it. It might give stuff away, but just look quickly. I'll do it far away. Pretty art. There's another good page. Pretty art. Look at the pretty art. It's very pretty. Glare. Get out of here, Glare. And it just serves as kind of like, yeah, like an epilogue almost to Spider-Man 700. But I enjoyed it more because the art was great, and it just gives you a better idea of what this character is going to be like as Spider-Man. And I'll go into a little more detail in the spoiler section. All right, moving on. Number 2 book of the week, The Justice League number 15. A bold new era begins. Basically, it's going to be good from now on. This is the art team from Aquaman. Oh, it's by Jeff Johns and Ivan Reyes. And it is... Okay, so basically, it is called... What is it called? It's on here somewhere, right? Whoop. Whoop. It's not on here. Oh, there it is. It is called The Throne of Atlantis is the storyline. It's going to cross over with Aquaman. And basically the idea that comes up... Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. What comes up in this is something causes a ship, a human surface world ship, to fire missiles and hit Atlantis. And so the Atlanteans respond with force, extreme force. And so there's a lot of good characterization in this. It delves deeper into Superman and Wonder Woman's budding relationship, and that's good. Characterization is always fun. Oh, here's an awesome page. Here, I'll just show you this page. And a couple cities get flooded, you know, nothing too important, and they try and save people, but they can't, and Aquaman realizes that he's gotta, you know, this is probably going to be on him to deal with, because he's an Atlantean. These are Atlanteans who are attacking. And that is Justice League 15. Oh, there's a backup. Shazam backup, moving along very slowly. Still, stuff happens. In case you don't know, they've been slowly building up the debut of Shazam, just in like little 8-page increments in the back of these. And so yeah, currently Billy Bastion is finally become Shazam, and he's using his powers like a teenager would. And people are like, "Oh my God, they're making him like such a brat." Well, you know, sometimes kids these days, have you met them? They're brats, okay? So, and he's got superpowers now. What's he going to do with it? Help people? No. He's going to extort money off people and things and stuff, and that's what he does. And I'm sure eventually, you know, he'll learn his lesson and he'll become a good guy. And, you know, just be patient, people. Be patient. Anyways, Justice League 15, start of a new big crossover storyline, Throne of Atlantis. Check it out. It is good. If you didn't like previous Justice League issues, this one is better. Finally, number 1. The continuation, the second part of The Throne of Atlantis, Aquaman 15. Alright, and you know, it just pretty much continues the story. And it's still, Aquaman, even though their art team went to Justice League, still looks pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, maybe not at the same level as Justice League, but it's up there. And this one really focuses a lot on Aquaman and Batman's relationship. There's a lot of characterization there. You know, we just get farther into the mystery of why is Atlantis attacking, and Atlantis is led by this dude, who is the king of Atlantis, because Aquaman isn't being the king of Atlantis right now. This is his half-brother. And it's kind of funny because when it comes to the surface world, he's like, "Where's your king?" Because he's looking for Aquaman. He assumes, well, if Aquaman's not going to be king of Atlantis, he must be being the king of the surface world. And Aquaman's like, that's not really how it works up here. And Aquaman's like, the Justice League wants to just bring this guy in, right? You know, they're just like pounding people with their fists, and that's how we solve problems. So Aquaman's like, wait. I know this guy. These are my people. Let me talk to him. We'll see if we work this out. And they give him like a couple minutes, and it doesn't seem to be going well. And Justice is like, all right, nope, you had your fun. And then, big twist, last page, but you don't get to see it until the spoiler section. But this is number 1 book, so I guess the spoiler section is coming up next. All right, so I'm going to go back through, starting at the back again. And boop, 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 boop. All right, spoilers. If you don't want to know how any of these books end or twist, go away now. You can stop watching the video. All right. In Mara, the twist at the end is she's actually not an amazing athlete. She's kind of a cheater because she, you're not gonna be able to tell. I'm gonna show you a picture of her. She basically has superpowers where she's just like, I'm just gonna walk up here and I'm just gonna walk past. I'm gonna mess you up because I can, I don't know, either stop time or move like so fast that everyone else stands still. And that's basically like, and people find out. I mean, she slips up as she's going back under the net. So, and people see that and they're like, oh God, and they slow down the video and they're like, oh no, she's a cheater. And that's why it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Is like, what's gonna happen? Because she's a cheater, pumpkin eater. I had a wife and couldn't keep her. Okay, Spider-Man 700. The twist is that this happened all the way back in 698, but I'll just fill you in. Doc Ock has switched minds with Peter Parker. Doc Ock's like, I am about to be dead. My body is like a skeleton. Apparently it's been like this for a while, but that's why he did it, is because he knew he was dying, and he finally beat Peter Parker. Let's see, look at what Doc Ock looks like these days. And Peter Parker's mind is in there now, and he's about to die. So Peter Parker's like, oh shit, I gotta switch my body back. Oh, I'm going to die. And that's it. But guess what? He doesn't. He is unsuccessful. He dies in Doc Ock's body. And Doc Ock is now Peter Parker / Spider-Man. There is one thing just to kind of make him better, you know. He's not just quite a villain. Is he doesn't get his mind, Peter Parker doesn't get his mind back into Doc Ock, but he does get like his memories. He like shoves them all back in there, and Doc Ock has this moment where he basically remembers everything, but as himself, as Peter. Like, see, look, all those moments, but he looks like a chubby nerd, like Doc Ock looks like instead of Peter. And through that, basically the idea is he's now rewound and lived through everything that Peter did, and by doing that, he, you know, has this sense of right and a better sense of right or wrong as, you know, a good guy, because that's how Peter became that way, is through those experiences. And now he is the superior Spider-Man because he has a giant ego and he's going to be better. So again, we'll see how long that lasts. I mean, there's a movie coming out, probably not next summer, but the summer after that, and, you know, they're going to want to bring Peter Parker back in some way. Peter Parker's not dead forever. My guess is that his memories will just like start taking back over eventually or something. But then Doc Ock would be dead. And he's like a major villain. It'd be like killing off the Joker. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they end up doing it. All right, Deathmatch. No spoilers. There's nothing. I told you everything that's going on. I'll show you the page with the Rorschach guy on it. You can see the way he talks. I'm going to read it real quick. Let me see. Come on. It's Rorschach. Anyways, alright. Next, Avenging Spider-Man. You know the twist now. So basically, it's Doc Ock adjusting to Peter Parker's memories and life and stuff. Oh, and he like fights himself. He goes into one of his old bases and he has to listen to himself monologue from when he was Doc Ock. He realizes, God, what a dweeb I was. Was I really like that? I was an idiot. Time to be different. And again, we'll see how that goes in Superior Spider-Man. Next, Justice League. Oh, nothing spoilery. The spoiler twist thing happens in the next one. Yeah, I pretty much told you. Oh, I guess there's a spoiler in Shazam. Shazam finally comes head-to-head with Black Adam for the first time, so hopefully that'll move the action along a little. I mean, he's on the cover, so hopefully eventually, soon, he will be in the Justice League. Now, Aquaman. Spoiler. So, the Justice League has come. They're like, you're taking too long. We're going to solve this with our way, with fists. You haven't figured things out with his brother. But Aquaman's like, hey, I told you I'm going to figure this out myself. And maybe he's going to be on the other side, as you can see here. Dun dun dun! All right. And that are the comics that I got this week. Oh! Actually, I was saying, because it was after Christmas, so he was having a sale, and he had the sale of dollar trades and stuff, and I picked up this Batman 100-page spectacular. It's just basically a collection of like a storyline from issues of Batman. I like the art. The art's pretty cool. Not everything has to look like Jim Lee. But it's by Dwayne McDuffie, which I've heard lots of good things about. And I'm enjoying it so far. I've read probably 2 of the issues so far. And it's a good little... this guy's pretty cool right here. He, his power is like... his power is when he touches people, he's blind. There's glasses. He's blind. But when he touches people, he can see what they see until he touches someone else. He's always seeing what that person sees. And it just doesn't wear off until he touches someone else. And yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a little dark. It deals with snuff films. Snuff films. That's, murder porn. Yeah. In a Batman book. That looks comic booky. But whatever. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far. And I got the Death of Superman. The original trade, It's got, that flimsy newsprint paper in there, and like this is what the back looks like from 1993. I have this in novelization form. I have the Death of Superman and the whole story afterwards until he comes back and stuff. So I know the story, but I've never read it in comics. And I'm like, hey, it's $1. I'm gonna get it. Look at Superman dies, since I already know how Superman dies. But I can look at it now. The end. Done. I've been talking for far too long.